Somehow we got so unable. So unfortunately, now people can probably hear us because unfortunately the must have fat finger something and hit mute button. So nobody has heard anything we've said so far.
Yeah, it's all right because we weren't saying too many important things. We were just saying, however, that this is not our only game that we live stream today.
No. This is not the only one. This is what we've dubbed as the storyline games. And just for people that maybe don't know, why is this dubbed the storyline game, Mason?
This is the storyline game because we had a ton of trades take place in the HRL this week. Most notably between the Knights, Red Raiders, and Polars. The Polars traded to the Knights. The Polars traded to the Red Raiders, excuse me. Ron Ristow and Anthony Keeney, both out there right now. By the time the jumper does not go in. And the Red Raiders traded away to the Knights. Will Harvey shoots it. This is short. Well, I mean, we're talking about many guys who are your number one or number two options, all being moved around. So these are very different looking games with totally new play styles coming to week 3.
Mm-hmm.
Knights hit around. They lost the first game. They are sitting at 3-4 on the total standings, whereas the Red Raiders are now 1-6. They just picked up the first win.
Yeah, picking up their first win today against the Hunters, who were also 0-6 going in today, falling to 0-7. But the Hunters just picked up their first win. So we have no more. We have on today being the day of many firsts, being the Red Raiders' first win, the Hunters' first win, and the Lions' first loss. Exciting day here. Unfortunately, having to be inside, not where anybody wants to be, but we're battling through it.
You wanted it, you could probably put it in horizontal to get more of the quarter.
Can we? Is that where the?
I think we would upload to YouTube better too. For folks at home, we're gonna switch the camera angle right now. Give your orientation lock.
I do.
Yeah, that.
There we go.
This will upload on YouTube better too.
There we go.
And then you might be able to use the wire to.
It fell on the ground.
By the time with the signature no look pass, Grant Kennedy almost thanks to him from the corner. Father time. Put the Ron Ristow has it out live. Plays over Grant Kennedy. Pump fakes. He attacks. Pauses and just misses short. But he says he was fouled. And Grant Kennedy, I mean, he gets to his spots, but the shot should not be fouled. And as Ron Ristow passes it out of bounds. Currently, it is 5-9. Red Raiders are up. Well, the scoreboard looks like it should be color-coded. It is not.
And Cale Eichen makes a return to the Rucker League. He had to take last week off, I believe, due to some baseball, but he is done now.
Will Harvey with the rebound. Dribbles it out wide. What's a shoot? And puts
able to get it in. Will Harvey showing why.
And the scoreboard is color-coded, actually. Okay. I thought Jeremy had added Ryan. So it is 11-5. Knights are beating the Red Raiders. And, you know, we're watching what should have been another game of the week. Polars versus Lions earlier. And ex-Knight CJ also got his first bucket of the week.
Yeah, no, the week of many firsts. We're going to have to write all these down in order. And wow, just low quality basketball right here.
And we're all looking at the commissioner.
Again, we are in tight spaces here.
No, if that was outdoors, I think Brian Ristow gets that ball. You know, he has to protect his space, so I like giving the ball to the Red Raiders there. As Brian Ristow with some colorful language. You know, we used to have a rule against that. You can get banned if you were.
We used to, but it has kind of been ill enforced in the last couple years.
Considered the LB rule.
Yeah.
LB was the only one that we really need to enforce it with.
The LB and Alex Skullbronson rule.
By the time gets out of the bind, Brian Ristow.
Able to get it in.
And that's what we call the father time effect. Gets into a bad situation.
And just like that, Mingo pulls it, or AB pulls Mingo out of the game.
Will Harvey from team misses front iron. We can just tell how badly these two teams want these two teams want it right now.
They want it badly, but just and Rylan wrists on nice little finger roll right there, up using the glass.
Logan Wilson checks back in for Kale Eichen.
Oregon unable to get it.
Rebound. Swing that, Jack.
You know,
nah, give it to me.
So like you just said, we're coming off of the Lions Polars game, which could have been, and it should have been a game of the week. Right now, we're not seeing that same level of basketball. This is a little bit more OG Rucker ball right here. You know, a little sloppy, some missed shots.
But sometimes what people like to see is just some dudes trying to just beat each other up in basketball.
Some grit and grind. Nice little move right there, and the finish by
Kennedy. You know, okay.
Durant.
Here's one thing I gotta say. I feel as though Anthony Keeney's the only guy I've ever seen jump to the Rucker in khaki colored shorts.
And this is not his first time showing up in khaki.
I think he wears khaki colored shorts almost every week. It looks like he's like business casual here at the Rucker.
He does kind of look like a State Farm agent if you really think about it. Oh, almost loses the glass.
I mean, these two teams are really taking a beating. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of hard hits out there.
Nice little screen there by Fergie. Will up top has Rylan, the guy traded for right here. Pulls the
You
trigger.
can't leave Will Harvey.
Finishes. Update. Will is thrilling.
And after a rough start to game one, he finished it off. They still lost, but he was starting to put the ball in the hoop. He's continued that trend into this game. Father Time checking in. I think he's already talking a little bit of trash as he walks on the courts. You know he's pulling this, right? You know he's pulling this. Oh, wow. Turning a new leaf.
Nice off bucket finish. And a reminder that the Red Raiders have 4 guys today on it. Unfortunately, unable to Brady Danielson taking this week off after a ankle injury sustained last week. Sounds like he's week to week at this time. We don't know. This is going to be a one. Oh, a Father Time with a block.
He yells, "Get out of here!" And from 3,
and buries it.
The Father Time Red Raiders came to play.
Red Raiders clawing back into this right now. Here we go. This is the match.
Wilkerson is really trying to like impose his will on Father Time. Nice cut by Reed Olson. Just leaves it short. And I mean, this is some of the most electric basketball I think I've seen Father Time play.
I was just gonna say the same thing as he gets a bucket scored over him there. But it's almost as if Father Time does have a little bit of a it's like the button was pushed. He was disrespected, he felt that the Black Panthers decided to just move on for him, even though he asked for the trade, but getting traded to the Red Raiders. I think he's coming out with a little bit of a vengeance today. And just an absolutely abysmal shot.
And you know, the problem was that he wasn't fading enough.
And
he likes to fade when he shoots. And it's almost as if in the shadows, in the rafters, his 2 ex-teammates watching him, wondering, did my owners make the right move?
Thinking it looks like he's got a little bit of a gear out there. And Anthony Keeney.
And we know that, again, the Father Time effect. He draws 2 defenders off of the rebound, kicks it out to wide open Anthony Keeney.
Absolutely. I mean, and then immediately AB tells him, get out. Kind of like that because Father Time does not have that gas tank that he used to have.
He doesn't, but those spurts. Oh, and Reed Olson responds. Mama Olson, if you're watching, your son's making you proud. Congrats on graduating today, Reed Olson, by the way.
Congratulations.
Just graduated today from high school. So he's a grown man in the Rucker League. He's no longer a high school kid. He's a grown man, Reed Olson.
Good bucket right there. And immediately as Father Time subs out, the Knights go on a little bit of a run here. If I'm AB, I think I might need to get my spark plug back in the game right now. Or do I think about calling a timeout because
That might be the move. I think that's Red Raiders ball. I think that's out on Kale. But Reed Olson's gonna check it out. Okay, I must have saw wrong.
And Will Harvey checks back into the game.
Will, question mark.
And a hook shot, unable to fall. Anthony. Red Raiders really need a bucket here. Grant, unable to get it to fall, but Ryland.
You gotta go up with that, Ryland.
He goes over Will Harvey there. Gets that rebound.
That looks off.
And just
the Red Raiders just can't buy a bucket. If I'm AB, I'm trying to use some timeouts. Call the timeouts. AB, call the timeouts.
Trying to tell AB to call the timeout, but he won't. He shakes his head, says no.
He said,
we don't need it.
Through it. That's why you play.
And that's why you play through it. A quick turnover. And I believe the Knights call a timeout.
You ever seen? I'm sure you've watched Star Wars before, correct?
Absolutely.
Hey, do you know? Oh my gosh, the Emperor, the Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine. How when he sits there with his hood on, you can only see his face under the shadow. That's how AB looks with his hat on right now.
Sitting there, an official MSHSL referee hat on, coming over to talk to his team. And this says,
what he's saying. Oh, I'm gonna get in on it. No, I don't know if the game wants to give away too much of a secret, but he was saying, don't let, he's not saying don't, he's saying let someone shoot. They want to let someone out there shoot for the Knights. So we're going to see what, I'm looking at all three of these guys. I don't want to let any of them shoot. All of them are very capable 3-point shooters.
They're capable of taking over a game and getting hot from beyond the arc. If they're going to let Will Harvey shoot, then that is going to be a bold strategy because. And Ryland buys a bucket there, gets a friendly little roll.
And that's why timeout was important. You know, get your legs back underneath you a little bit.
Now they got to play tough defense. Tough defense, get a turnover, get the ball back.
Father
time comes in the back door. Father time.
Oh!
And hustle in here.
And are we gonna shoot for that? Are we gonna shoot for what's it called there? Okay, Ron, the honesty, love the honesty. It'll pay you later in life, but maybe not in this game. Torgy tries to back down by the time.
Hey, like it drives in, finds the dish.
Nice.
Yes. Knights in game point effect right now. Red Raiders got to get a bucket to fall here. Unable to, but they get the offensive rebound. They take it back up top. They
traded Father Time. They not traded. They sub Father Time out for Grant Kennedy against. Hey, this is their offensive group.
Oh, unfriendly here. This could be game here. What was on the line?
What is not on the line for the win?
And that's just Torgy being in position right there. Rebounds, win championships.
That's why you want a veteran on your team. Put it at 20. That applies so much game pressure when a team's at 20.
Game obviously not over, right? We have seen
that felt like. Now on the Red Raiders, it might be time to start throwing up some threes, see what we can do. I don't know where Ant's going with this. Tried to blow by Will. Will gets it. Throws it down low. And Torgy misses the game winner, but Will has a chance. For the win. Bang! And we need to get Will Harvey in here for the post-game interview.
Absolutely. We're going to get Will Harvey in here. Mason, you go grab him.
That was a great game. How was day number 1? Thanks, Ben. Now that you're in town, that's a great event. You heard it here. Where are we? The Knights. They've done a lot with the ball. That is 1-1 on the day. 1-1 for the Red Raiders. Hell, I'm fast with coming. Tune in for the game tonight at 7 p.m. Lions Gators. We'll see you then. I Terrell. Out.